Balamurali Krishna, are you able to hear my
Sir,
voice more?
yes, sir. Clearly visible.
Okay.
Audible.
And what about the screen ma? Is that visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, ma. Thank you ma.
Okay, sir.
Balamurali Krishna, if possible, make a note to your friends that accounts revision class has been started ma. Already I have posted message in WhatsApp group. If possible,
Sir,
you
could
also
you please
keep a
tell me again,
message.
sir?
What ma?
Tell me again, sir, if possible.
If possible, make a note to your friends that accounts class has been started ma. Already I have posted a message in WhatsApp group,
Okay.
but still students have not turned up.
Okay.
For that reason, if you are having any other groups, please
Okay, sir.
post a message ma. Thank you. Good morning students. Let me wait for 2 more minutes ma. Okay ma, let me start the session now. See, if you are having any problem, please raise your hand. If you have understood, then I will be asking to give thumbs up, then give thumbs up. So I don't want to waste any more times. Nagamallikarjuna, please wait Nagamallikarjuna. Okay, Nagamallikarjuna, I have given permission to you. Please speak on.
Sir, yes, sir.
Uh, if you are having doubt, please raise hand ma. Otherwise, please lower your hand. I will be revising. Okay ma, thank you. Okay ma. So I will try to complete first and second unit in these 2 days. If possible, I will make a revision regarding to the problematic part also. But first of all, let me try to concentrate regarding to the theory part. Now coming to the long answer questions. Already I have given this long answer question unit 1 to unit 5 in the respected groups. If not so, once again, I will be posting after the class. Now let's go into the session. So first of all, let us discuss regarding to the long answer questions. Define accounting. What are the objectives and functions of accounting? So you are going to write the definition part of accounting. So accounting is nothing but recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpretation. The major difference between accounting and bookkeeping is this one ma. In accounting, we are going to do recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpretation. But in bookkeeping, we are going to do only recording and classifying. That's it. So this makes the difference between accounting as well as bookkeeping. Now coming regarding to the objective part. For what purpose the accounts are going to be prepared means the first and major thing is in order to ascertain net balances as well as gross balances at the same time in order to review the financial position of a business. In that particular manner, we are going to prepare profit and loss account, balance sheet, and generation of information. What kind of information that we are going to generate, either the business is going in profits or losses. At the same time, we are going to prepare so many statements like income statements, cash statements, fund flow statement. At the same time, trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet, ratios. In this manner, we are going to prepare each and every information. And now coming part to the functions. So for what purpose accounts, what are the functions of accounting means? First and foremost thing, systematic record. You know that uh, here whenever we are going to record, classify, summarize, analyze and interpret, we are going to do all these things in particular manner. So systematic record means whenever the event is going to occur, we are going to record that event according to the time, at the same time name, and according to the books that we are properly maintained. Next comes protect property of the business. Yes, whenever we are going to record each and everything in balance sheet, we are supposed to show regarding to the liabilities as well as assets part. So whenever we are going to record each and everything, then definitely we can say that we can protect the property of business. Next comes regarding to communication of results. The end results will be communicated to whom that we are going to communicate the results. The parties who are interested in order to disseminate the results, that we are going to communicate the results. The first and foremost thing is the management, because the management are the people who are supposed to invest the money in the establishment of business. And next comes regarding to the employees, government, and competitors. So all these particular people are supposed to be having interest in order to get the information. And compliance with legal requirements. Whenever we are going to uh, pay the taxes, definitely these books will be helpful. In that manner, we are going to say it will be helpful with the compliance of legal requirements. Next, stewardship. Stewardship is nothing but taking care. The accountant, he himself, he is supposed to take the care regarding to each and every aspect. For that purpose, we are going to maintain so many books. So as we are maintaining so many books and we are recording each and every month with documentation, that means each and every transaction will be having some proof of evidence. In that manner, stewardship or taking care will be happen. So these accounts will be really helpful for the businesses as well as all the people, or particularly to the businesses. And the person who is supposed to take care is called as accountant. Assistance to management and fixing responsibility. So how this assists to management? Because if you are going to see the functions of management, there will be different kind. So branches of accountant, there are different kinds of branches like cost accounting, management accounting. Particularly speaking regarding to management accounting, you know that there are different functions of management like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordination, controlling. For each and everything, some sort of amount is required over. So uh, in order to purchase raw materials, in order to give the salaries, in order to procure the raw materials, for all these kinds, definitely either in order to exist the business for future purpose or not, for each and everything management requires some assistance. So these accounts will be helpful for the management as they are going to produce the profit and loss statement, sorry, the profit and loss account as well as the balance sheet statements. And fixing responsibility. So how you are going to fix the responsibility? Because whenever, particularly when we are going to see the management accountant, then we can know that which department is going to expense more and what are the revenue generated from each and every department. In this manner, we can make the people responsible who are generating more losses. It might be regarding to the purchase department, sales department, production department. So whenever we are going to maintain an account, definitely we can find out the particular aspect where the losses are going to be happen, and we can fix that particular department to make responsible regarding to all these things. In this manner, accounts will be happen, particularly regarding to definition part, objective part, functions part. Amma, I am going in speed because I have to discuss so many things. Just I am giving the outline. If you are having any doubts, you can raise the hand, ma. Okay, right. Uh, how many have you have still any doubts regarding to first topic, ma? Objectives and functions. If yes, please say. Please raise your hand. I will give you permission. Kausik, Kausik, are you having any doubts, ma? If not, please give thumbs up so that I will be continuing to the second question. Please give thumbs up, ma. If you are having doubts, please raise hand. Otherwise, please give thumbs up. Okay. Now coming to another important question, bookkeeping versus accounting, and definitely you can see this question in the public examination, for 10 times, 8 times this question have been asked in public examination. So the objective part, what is the objective of bookkeeping as well as accounting? The major objective of bookkeeping is to prepare, bookkeeping will be helpful in order to prepare final accounts. That means bookkeeping will be same as well as accounts, where recording, classifying and summarizing will be happen, but analyzing and interpretation will be not happen in accounting. That is the major objective of maintaining bookkeeping as well as accounting. And next comes regarding to the scope. The scope of bookkeeping is very limited than compared to the accounting, because accounting will be helpful in order to generate uh, financial position as well as the position statement of a company. The level of work, if you are going to see, the bookkeeping is lower level and the accounting will be a higher level. Mutual dependence, bookkeeping is not dependent on accounting, but accounting is definitely dependent on bookkeeping. But bookkeeping will be not going to disseminate each and every aspect of business part. So there is dependence, but bookkeeping is not dependent on accounting, but accounting is definitely dependent on bookkeeping. Results of business, with bookkeeping we don't know what are the results of business, but in accounting definitely we can say what are the results of business, either the business is going to run in profits or losses, definitely we can say through this aspect. Next, stages. Bookkeeping is a primary stage, whereas accounting is a secondary stage or final stage. Nature of job. So for bookkeeping, there is the particular, only the bookkeeper, he will be maintaining the routine aspects. Whereas in accounting, the accountant is it is an analytical in nature. That means an analysis part has to be happen. For that, analyzing and interpretation that we have said, that means if we have taken either cash or capital, he has to analyze whether it is a capital in nature, revenue in nature, expense in nature. In this manner, he has to analyze and interpret the results. And next comes knowledge required. For bookkeeping, minimum knowledge is required. No particular degree is required. But for accounting, definitely some skills has to be produced over in order to prepare all these kinds of schemes. And staff performing work. So junior people, they will be performing the bookkeeping, whereas accounting, the higher level, already in the level of work there we have said that the lower level will be doing bookkeeping. The same thing, staff performing work will be where the junior accountants will be doing the bookkeeping manner, and the higher officials, they will be doing the accounting aspects. So these are the major differences between bookkeeping as well as accounting. Any doubts regarding to second topic, ma? If yes, please give thumbs up. If you have understood, please give thumbs up. If you have having doubt, please raise your hand. Thank you, Raj. Okay, ma. Now moving to the next question, ma. Next, okay, Sandeep has raised hand. Okay, please, Mani Sandeep, please go, ma.
Sir, sir, you have said some small general points now, sir, about
Yes, yes,
there should be some knowledge
yes,
for
yes,
maintaining accounting.
yes, yes.
Can we add those points also in our answer while we are
See, ma,
going to attempt in our
see, ma,
exam, sir?
see, Mani Sandeep, there is no particular aspect that you are going to write complete information from the textbook. If you have
Yes, sir.
understood the major differences between bookkeeping and accounting, you can write in your own sentences, ma. Is that okay?
Yes,
See,
yes, sir.
bookkeeping is a simple manner. Even if you go for any mandi shop, any general store also, there the people, they will be maintaining some sort of books. You know, if you have asked them what is the what they have studied over, they will be saying that just I have passed 10th class. But still they will be maintaining bookkeeping. But for very good example, if you have purchased on credit system, they will be writing your name and they will be keeping some value of the goods that you have taken over. It is called as bookkeeping.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
that is the knowledge that they are going to require. For bookkeeping, no knowledge is required, but for accounting, we have to disseminate each things for according to its nature. For that purpose, definitely accounting requires high knowledge. If you have understood this level, happily you can write in your own way, ma.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Still any more doubts, ma? Any part? Anyone? Okay. Next, I'm moving to the third question, ma. Ma, this is revision part. For that purpose, I am not going deep, ma. Please try to understand because I have to cover so many of things. If really you are having doubt, then you can ask. Now, coming regarding to the advantages and disadvantages of accounting. So first of all, we will go to the advantages part. Later, we can go to the disadvantages part. So why we are going to have these accounts? First and foremost thing, in business, so many transactions will be happen over. Can you remember what food that you have taken today or yesterday or day before yesterday? It will be taking some time for you in order to recall all the things. At the same time, here also in business, so many transactions will be going on. So it is really a challenging part. So what business that you have done over? So true transaction of the business will be not happen over. So for that particular purpose, memory, in order to replace the memory, accounts will be helpful. And next comes evidence in court. Simple thing. So just now I have said that, given an example to the Money Sandip that he has purchased some sort of goods in XYZ business worth of 1,000, 10,000 or 1 lakh rupee. If he is not maintaining any evidence, that means the transaction, either a bill or any other some evidence, then some documentary evidence is not there. Then if Manisandip is going to skip to pay that amount, then how that particular vendor is going to claim a case on Manisandip? So these accounts will be helpful in evidence, acts as an evidence in court. So if any disputes are going to be happen between the partners, then also we can show the accounts uh, in the court, and these accounts will be helpful as an act of evidence. And next comes regarding to the settlement of tax. So the government will be imposing taxes only on the income that we have earned over. So we are going to prepare profit and loss accounts. So on that profit and loss accounts itself, the government, they will be imposing taxes. So in this manner, settlement of taxes can be happen. Comparative study. So comparative study is nothing but, we are going to compare income statements previous year, that previous year, and that much previous year. So we are going to take analysis of complete 5 years, 10 years, 6 years, and we will be projecting the graphs. So by seeing the graphs, we can say that either our business is going in positive manner or negative manner. In that manner also, accounts will be helpful. In simple example, in 2015, a business has earned 100 crores. In 2016, it has earned 200. Next, 300, 400. That means the graph is having a positive manner. In that manner, we can say that our business is growing and we can invest more and more. For that purpose, comparative statements can be happen until and unless if we are not going to prepare this profit and loss statements. And next comes uh, sale of business. If you want to sell your business, then how you are going to value? Very simple example. Once again, you are having a bike. If you want to sell that bike, how you are going to sell that bike? If it is a 1 lakh worth, so immediately once you have brought from the showroom and you have used once, then definitely we can say it is a second-handed bike. But definitely, and the same thing if you are continuing with that bike for years to years, then definitely we are going to calculate some part of depreciation as you have used for that particular thing. So as we are calculating depreciation, at the same time goodwill will be also happening regarding to your businesses. So goodwill, so whenever you want to sell your business, calculation of goodwill, and if any partners are there, then partner share, for each and everything, these accounts will be helpful. Assistance to insolvent person. So insolvent person is nothing but the person who has been bankrupt. That means when liabilities have been excess over than the assets, then definitely he will be called as insolvent. So the court itself, it will be adjourning that the particular person will become an insolvent person, and the court will be appointing an official assignee. So that particular person, he will be maintaining all the assets and liabilities of that particular insolvent person. So in this manner, accounts will be helpful in order to assist for insolvent person. No person without these accounts can move to the court and he himself, he can declare as insolvent. Next comes assistance to various parties. So in the previous topic itself, I have said that these accounts will be helpful for various parties. First and foremost thing, for the management. These people, they have invested their money, wealth, health, all in the development of business. So they should know either the business is growing or it is depleting. For that purpose, these accounts will be helpful. Second one, the employees who are working in that particular office or that particular business. Because if you have taken so many cases like Satyam or another, either the share value is increasing or decreasing, the employees has to know in order to sustain in that particular thing. And government requires, why the government requires this accounts in order to lay down the taxes. At the same time, government will be also giving some discounts, rebates. So in order to provide that provisions, definitely these persons will be also having. So in that manner, assistance, it will be assisting to the various parties to whom the accounts information is required. Next comes raising loans. Yes, definitely the accounts will be helpful in order to raise loans. That means whenever you need to strengthen your financial position, then you will be approaching in various manner. First and foremost thing, you will be approaching your friends, your relatives. Second, you will be asking to the financial institutions like the bank. Third, you are going to ask the public in the form of shares. So when you are supposed to ask in this manner, then who are going to give the money for you immediately? Simple example, in the class now, myself, I am going to ask to give me 10 lakh rupee. Even if you are going to have 10 lakh rupee, at the same time, you and me having some sort of intimacy and relationship as a student and teacher, can you lend 10 lakh rupee for me? You are going to ask, what is the worth of you, sir? Because when I am going to give 10 lakh rupee, how you are supposed to repay back that amount? If I am supposed to show some proof of evidence, then definitely you are going to lend that money. In the same manner, these accounts, as they are supposed to show the financial position of that particular business, definitely it will be helpful in raising the loans. Next comes assistance to management and facilitate control over the assets. That means, I don't know whether depreciation part have been explained for you. It is the fifth unit, because at that time we are somewhat worried. You know that whenever we are going to purchase either land and building, machinery, plant, all these are not supposed to come for minute thing. Definitely all these things are very costlier. So why depreciation is also calculated in order to know the true value of that particular machine. At the same time, in order to replace that machine, once again, we need some sort of money. So in order to control the assets, and already I have told you in what manner the assistance to the management will be happen over. So these are the advantages part of accounting. And now comes disadvantages part. Records only monetary transactions. Monetary transactions is nothing but only money transactions. But what about recording to the hard workship as well as efforts? That means Kaushik, he is supposed to, with his talent, he is supposed to generate 100 crores of profits to one particular business. Only 100 crores of profits is shown in the books. But what about the hard workship that Kaushik has kept over? It is not recorded. This is very disadvantageous part that we can see over. Next, effect of price level changes not considered. Yes, you know, today the prices are continuously increasing as well as decreasing. So whenever we are going to record any transaction, we are going to record on the nature of the event that has been happened. That means if I am supposed to purchase a machinery for 10 lakh rupee, and in the book I am maintaining it as 10 lakh rupee. Today it might be 11 lakh rupee, 12 lakh rupee, or it might be degraded to 9,000, 10,000 also. But we are recording according to the historical nature that the event has been happened account, but we are not recording to the monetary market value. And next comes no realistic information. Realistic information means here, in the next thing we are going to discuss regarding to the accounting concepts and conventions. So concepts are nothing but imagination. Whenever an accountant, he is going to record a event, it will depend upon his imagination, either it is a long term or short term, either it is an asset or expenditure. Very good example. Uh, this is a pen worth of 10 rupees. So I can treat this as an asset. At the same time, I can treat this as an expense. So there is no realistic information. It will be based according to upon me. And next comes regarding to the personal bias. So the personal bias is also same thing. If one accountant he accepts the thing and another person he will not accept. Simply saying you can say that this is a petty expense and it can be recorded in petty cash book. But what I'm going to say, the same pen, if I'm not going to use for 10 years, then definitely it will be an asset part for me because I'm not using. And in these 10 years, I can utilize this for any time whenever I require. In this manner, personal bias will be happen. Next comes alternative treatment. Very good example, take depreciation itself. So there are different types of treatments of depreciation. So you are having good to straight line method, diminishing value. So in order to calculate depreciation on machinery, different accountants will be following different treatments. Next comes profits no real test of managerial performance. Yes, uh, if Anil Ambani he has earned this much of profits means definitely we can't say that he is having that much talent. The persons who are behind the screens, they might be also struggling ahead. Just now I have said that Kaushik, he himself, he has brought 500 crores or 1000 crores to particular business, but he will be paying just a salary of 1 lakh rupee or 2 lakh rupee. So definitely we can't say that profits itself, they are supposed to be a real test of managerial performance. And historical in nature. Just now I have said that regarding to the effect of price levels. The same thing here also historical in nature. Whenever I am recording anything, it will be recorded according to the event. That means if this cost of mobile is 10,000 rupee, then I am recording as 10,000 rupee itself. This is called as historical in nature. If next year, if you are supposed to open the account books and you are going to see the next year, I am valuing this as 10,000 with some depreciation value itself. So this is called as historical in nature. And lastly, finally comes window dressing. That means the outstanding income as well as outstanding expenses will be shown now itself. Simply saying, if outstanding income is there, if I have shown that outstanding income in this particular year, then what will be happen? My income statement will be doubled itself. So that means my financial position will be, uh, the outstanding income is nothing but the income will be generated in future years. It might be 6 years, 5 years, 1 year, but I am showing particularly that I have earned in this year itself. Then definitely my income statement will be grown upon. So by saying this, what will be happen? People will be trying to invest in my company. At the same time, more number of people will be having trust that my company is earning so much. So in this manner, window dressing, it is a negative thing because the money it might be generated in future year. You have to show in that particular year itself where you are supposed to collect the money. But you are making that, you are polluting or you are making financial crime and you are showing as it has been appeared now itself. So these are the disadvantages part of accounting. Okay, ma? Anyone is having doubt, ma, regarding to advantages and disadvantages? If yes, please give, please raise hand, ma. Otherwise, please give thumbs up. I will move to the fourth question. Thank you, Kaushik. Right. Next comes, what is double entry system? Explain rules, advantages, and disadvantages of this system. This is the basic question. In order to understand the accounts, definitely one should understand what are the rules of accounting or double entry system. These rules will be also called as golden rules of accounting. So single entry system, double entry system. So in the first example I have said regarding to,
Hello, sir.
I have said to Manisandhi that if he is going to purchase some worth of goods in XYZ shop, then that XYZ shop, what he is doing, just he is writing a transaction that he has sold 1000 worth of goods to Manisandhi. It is called a single entry system. He is neither debiting or neither crediting. So with that, true financial position of business can't be known over. Now comes regarding to double entry system. That means for every debit, there should be every credit. For every debit, there should be every credit. When cash has brought into business, then what you are supposed to write as cash account debtor to capital account. So in this manner, two entries will be made, one in cash book, one in capital account. In this manner, double entry will be called. Here there are some golden rules of accounting, particularly three: personal account, real account, and nominal account. So of course you are not supposed to speak out loud, but try to recall what are the golden rules of accounts. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all incomes and expense, credit all expense. Sorry, nominal account, debit all incomes and gains and credit all expense and losses. So these three are supposed to called as golden rules of accounts. If one is not known what are these golden rules, then definitely I can say that you are not going to do accounts part. And now coming regarding to the advantages part. Complete record. Just now I said that while taking the example of Manisandhi. So if single entry system is going to be done, that definitely complete record will be not. Just he will be knowing that who are the creditors and what is the value of the amount that the creditor has been taken over. But how much of the stock has been lost from his business will be not knowing. And next comes regarding to accurate information. Accurate is information is nothing but perfect information as well as accuracy. Accurate and accuracy we can take over. So that means complete information at whatever time that you are supposed to require over, because we are having accounting period. It might be from January to December or from April to next year March. That means periodically we are going to have complete information at the same time on whatever day and date time, whatever the event is going to be happen, we are going to record in each and every aspect. Prevention of frauds. Of course, this is not a true sense. Fraud will be also happen over by doing, these are called as clerical errors or clerical mistakes. So completely frauds will be not prevented over, but as per the textbook, definitely some sort of prevention of frauds will be minimized. Only one reason, because documentary evidence. This is called as voucher, and the thing that we are going to do is watching. And next one, ascertainment of profit and loss as well as financial position. So with double entry system, definitely we can prepare profit and loss accounts. With profit and loss account, finally we can prepare balance sheet. It is nothing called as financial position. And ready-made information and helpful to claim loss of stock due to fire. So if any some worth of goods have been damaged over, simply in normal shops, if you are going to take over, they are not going to record how much of stock has been brought into and how much stock has been left over for that day and how much stock has been sold over. So if any incident has been happened, natural calamity, natural incident has been happened, then how you are going to claim this in the insurance? Definitely the insurance people, they will be asking some evidence. So when you are maintaining this double entry system, as we are going to prepare financial position as well as income statements, then definitely it will be helpful in order to claiming losses. And disadvantages part, number of books. Yes, when you are going to prepare general entry, you are supposed to become very boredom, and when you are going to post them in ledger, definitely so many transactions will be happening. For sake of one particular problem of 20 events, you are going to happen nearly 15 to 16 accounts. Then we can understand how many accounts has to be created over. For that purpose, number of books. When number of books has to be happen, definitely it is costly, because one particular person can't do all these things. Definitely some accountants has to be engaged over for this particular. So for this, all these things, in order to eradicate all these things, tally has been came over. That is another issue. No guarantee of accuracy. Just now I have said that prevention of frauds is not possible because of errors. Errors might be in principle, error of principle, error of omission, error of commission, like that. There are 5 kinds of errors. Simple thing. When I have purchased furniture, you know that furniture is in capital in nature. But if I have think it is an expense, then if I am supposed to record in profit and loss account, then what is going to be happen? Definitely it is an error. right? So definitely we can't say that accuracy can be happen over. And once again, if 1 lakh worth of goods that I have purchased over in the, if in hurry or in busy or eventually if I am posting as 10,000 rupee, that means I have ignored 10, then what will be going to be happen? Once again, there is no guarantee of accuracy. So in this manner, advantages and disadvantages part will be happen regarding to double entry system. Quickly, have you understood this topic? Any doubts regarding to this particular topic? Because I was left over with 5 more minutes, ma. I will try to complete another question. Is that okay? Please give thumbs up if okay. If you are having any problem, please raise hand. Manisandip, please go, ma.
Sir, can you please again repeat the golden rule, sir?
Golden rules. Okay, ma. We are having three, ma. One, personal. Personal. Debit the receiver. Credit the giver. Next comes real. Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out. And finally, nominal. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. These three are called as golden rules of accounting. Is that okay, ma? These are the rules that you are supposed to learn, ma. As this is the just a revision part, I can't go in deep because this is the basic thing where you have to understand and you have to coma. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, still any more doubts? Okay, ma. I will try to continue with session, ma. Okay, very important question, ma. Without this question, I don't think so. The question paper will be framed over. Explain about generally accepted accounting principles. And definitely, whenever, Seema, I am raising my hands, I am bowing you because whenever you are going to study, please see the questions what you are going to study. If we have given as concepts and conventions in the question paper manner, if they will be not asking you to write concepts and conventions, they will be asking in this manner, explain about generally accepted accounting principles. Your seniors, they have came with blend minds. They have said that, sir, there are no concepts and conventions. Then what about regarding to generally accepted accounting principles? They themselves, they will be calling as concepts and conventions. And another thing is, they might be not asking complete concepts and conventions. They will be asking either 4 or 5 of concepts and some conventions. So, but the thing is, definitely you are supposed to
Sir,
learn
sir.
regarding to complete concepts and conventions because this will be coming for long answer question as well as for short answer question. So this question will be having more weightage, more weightage. Once again, for that particular reason, I have given two different colors because this question is very important for your exam part. Definitely it will be coming for long answer as well as short answer. Now coming to the concepts. Concepts is nothing but imaginations. Conventions is nothing but traditional. Business entity concept. Business entity is means business is separate, owner is separate. Very good example. If Anil Ambani is going to die, of course, it will be not happen now. If we are supposed to take an example, Anil Ambani is going to die. As he is the proprietor of that business, we have to shut down the business. If we are going to shut down the business, what will be the position of the employees and the customers that have been relied according to that particular business? For that particular reason, business is separate, owner is separate. This business entity concept will be speaking in such manner. For that reason, what we are doing, capital has been shown on liability part. That is the major reason why, even though if it relates to my business, why the capital has been shown as liability for me means you are separate and business is separate, because without you the business has to run over. Why means the third one, going concern concept. Going concern means the business will be we are supposed to think that the business has been not stipulated for one particular year. It will be going means it might be going for years to years. For that purpose, business entity concept and going concern concept has been happened. Next comes money measurement concept. That means any transaction in the business, definitely it has to be monetarized, or it has to be some sort of money. That means all the recordings that you are going to be happen, you are showing in terms of money. And cost concept. So cost concept, historical cost concept, that what we have said that. That means when coming regarding to the closing stock, then it might be shown either historical concept, that means the time where you have produced over, at the same time market value. So whichever the thing that you have happen over, it is called as cost concept. Next comes dual aspect. Dual aspect